As a kid, my life revolved around one thing: soccer. I played it every day, I made friends through it, and from a very young age, I dreamed to become a professional. However, when I was around 7 to 13 years old, my dad made playing soccer competitively hard for me through parental pressure. My dad expected me to perform always at my highest ability. He yelled at me from the sidelines, and whenever I didn't play good, he would drive home and he wouldn't even talk to me. Shockingly, kids all across this country are being pressured substantially more than I ever was, and the effects are much more prevalent than I ever experienced. For instance, legendary tennis player Andre Agassi told in his autobiography Open, published November 2009, that he hates tennis with a dark and secret passion because of his overbearing father. Today, I'm here to convince you that parental pressure from parents on kids has nothing but detrimental impacts on the kids that can affect their future. Parental pressure on child athletes can lead kids being driven away from sports in total and suffer from psychological problems throughout their childhood. First, I will be going over the problems and their effects, such as losing desire to play sports and the mental problems associated with pressure, as well as the solutions and what parents and kids should do to solve this problem. First, let's start off with the problems, more specifically, quitting sports. Parental pressure with sports will oftentimes create the desire to quit the sport or quit sports in total. According to youthsportspsychology.com, from October 20th, 2012, kids that are pressured by parents and coaches are more likely to drop out of sports. When parental pressure or expectations exceeds the child's ability, the child's perception of their performance is never good enough. For example, even when playing well, the kid will view his performance as mediocre because of the pressure. Also, the stress created from the pressure has a negative effect on the kid's performance, resulting in having less fun, further resulting in quitting the sport. According to sports961.com, from February 6, 2015, negative stress and nervousness have a negative effect on an athlete's performance. In addition to quitting sports and the actions taken by the kids in response to parental pressure, there are negative mental changes that occur within the child. Parental pressure on child athletes has negative psychological effects on the kids. The kids develop this idea of perfectionism and that they have to be perfect or their parents won't be happy. On an article from Active.com from September 2009, kids develop the idea of perfectionism and make high, unrealistic goals for themselves, making them easily frustrated. Furthermore, they add this perspective in other aspects of their life. Also, the ongoing pressure on the kid changes their perception on the parent in a negative way. This is so because the kid thinks that he or she always has to be on their best behavior when around that parent or the parent won't accept them. However, although these are major problems, there are many simple solutions out there that can be initiated at any time. The simple yet big problem also has very straightforward yet effective solutions, which include changing the parent's energy and recognizing the problem in the first place. The parent needs to turn all their energy, aggression, and excitement toward their child into positive encouragement and motivation. The energy needs to be turned into positivity. This means that the parent has to convert their excitement and aggression into positivity and motivation, whether verbal or nonverbal. To dive further into this, stress and the energy within it can be felt, therefore affecting the child negatively or positively. In David Code's book, Kids Pick Up on Everything, from September 19, 2011, he explains how stress and negative energy from parents has a direct effect on the child, which is absolutely true. The second solution is that parental pressure needs to be recognized and then pointed out. The person pressuring the child needs to recognize for themselves what they are doing and how they're hurting their kid's experience. For example, when the parent is encouraging their kid and the effects are negative, there's pressure, therefore needing the parent to stop right away. However, if the parent doesn't know they're pressuring their child and they're not aware of it, we, standing on the side, need to tell those parents that the pressure on their kid is harmful. The best people to do this would be the kid, which would be the victim, the other parent, or the parents associated with the same sports team. These solutions and actions are very incomplex and easy to do, but are incredibly effective by pointing out the problem and eliminating it, therefore bringing about more positive times and sports memories. In conclusion, parental pressure causes many negative effects, but there are many competent solutions to end the problem. Furthermore, parental pressure on child athletes results in kids quitting sports as well as it is the cause of several psychological changes in the heads of the kids. As a young athlete, I was highly affected by my dad's parental pressure to the point of high stress and plainly not wanting to play soccer anymore because of it. Fortunately though, both myself and my mom finally pointed out to my dad about the pressure, and the pressure finally ended at last. Even though I still suffer from the ideology of perfectionism and still get nervous before games and competitions, I've grown back my old philosophy of just having fun and enjoying myself. However, had my dad not stopped pressuring me, I most likely would have quit the sport then and could potentially have a worse relationship with my dad. Moreover, there are kids all over this country that are being pressured by their parents. When you see it happening, you have to intervene, and we can bring the joy and fun back in esports.